welcome to 89 on up. We on the edge with BJ APB tonight. And you could tell from the title what we on tonight, man. You know, what was an impactful death to us that made us want to come off the porch and get cracking, whether we did or not. What gave us that feeling? What homie and what situation gave us that feeling? BJ, man, I'm gonna send it on you, man, and let you go on and run us up and tell us what was impactful for you of a death that made you want to, like, get cracking, homie. Before you start, can you bless the channel?
Time, first and foremost, as always, I always want to start off with a piece of message. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and we really appreciate y'all. Tonight we're going to talk about the impact that a close friend's death has on your life, and not only on your life, but as his family life as well. And tonight I want to talk about when you lose someone close to you, the main reason it impacts you is because you done became attached to this person. Most of the time when it's a childhood friend or something, you used to hang with the person every day. So when that person disappears out your life, it really has a traumatic experience impact on you. And I noticed that my whole life of losing friends, I noticed that every time I lost a homie that I knew him, but I didn't really too much hang with him every day. It impacted me, but it didn't. But I noticed when a homie that I hung with every day, like a brother, I noticed when something happened to them, it really affected me emotionally, physically, and mentally. And the last time I lost someone, well, the first time I lost someone that had me feeling a certain way was when I lost my homie Psycho Mouse. And the reason I felt some type of way was because I was just hanging with him. Not even 5 minutes before he was killed. So it really did something mentally to me, and I never recovered from it. I never recovered from it because the moment that impact happened, that was the day that I pretty much lost my life, and I took pretty much my whole family life because when I came to jail with a lost life sentence, my family depended on me. So when I did what I did, I also put them in turmoil and grief and caused them to start having strokes, heart attacks, and not caring about themselves because they were too busy worried about me. And the emotional state it put me in was when you lose your best friend, it's like losing your brother or sister or somebody that you know you really impactful with, somebody that you used to trade and go to it every day, somebody that you seem like if you don't see him, your day don't be complete. Now, when I lost the homie Psycho Mouse, that was the effect it had on the next homie that I lost that had a great impact on me was my homie Baby Bully. And the reason it had a great impact on me with him was I had only known him for 2 years. In them 2 years, he became like a little brother, like slash son to me. And the day he went home, he told me to call him. I didn't call him that day. I called him the next day, and he had got killed.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored.
They called and found out that he got killed 2 days after he got out. That was the one that really like put me in the mood of going back in the gang banging. That was the one that had me wanting to put on that suit and gloves and go back to the street life without a care in the world. Was ready to throw it all away. And these type of emotions are scary because you never know when they occur or that you even have them until somebody close to you die. You ever have somebody close to you die that impacted you, Mike?
Yeah, I was just taking everything in. You were saying, BJ. Yeah, I have, homie. I have, dog. And one of them was the homeboy Ghost, PIP Ghost from the turf. And the reason why Ghost was real impactful, the killing of Ghost was real impactful to me, is because we were still like young homies, homie. You know, it's like 95, homie. You know, we young homies, 95. And we out here giving the turf all we could at that time. Homie, you know, it wasn't a whole lot of us from our age bracket, but we was bringing the noise, homie. And before that time, you know, coming up with Ghosts, a lot of mothers then, when they wasn't having the fathers around, and the mothers was real entrenched in the street life, they'll kind of like bring their kid, you know, they son on, encourage him to hang with the homies and run with us to kind of like build his manhood up, homie. So at the beginning time with the homie Ghost, you know, man, you know, we gave him the blues, homie, you know, scuffling them up, squabbling them up. But, you know, within all that training and him moving to other Damu communities, banging with niggas of our age, man, the homie came back a beast. You know, when dealing with the boot camp, came back a beast. And then, you know, we giving it all we got. Then all of a sudden, homie, we get colored inside the hood. And the reason why I say we get colored is because niggas rolled up on us like they was bloods. And then, you know, we bit and we got served, homie. You know, niggas hunted shot us. And niggas had killed the homeboy and I got shot. So that was impactful, homie. And we was the type homies where all this funny shit you hear about now, you didn't hear about it back then. Like, you know, like them niggas weird, them niggas that. We'd be road dogs back then. Niggas would be in the homegirl bathroom. The homie would be taking a shit. You be cleaning some chucks up, turned your way. Niggas would be smoking a blunt, passing a homie the blunt without looking. You know, these the type of bondage that me and a homie niggas share. Nigga want to shit up a homegirl bathroom. Nigga like, blood, come up in the bathroom with me and blow one while shit. You know the homie, these is the love that we share. Niggas sharing food, niggas sharing everything. So when the homie got killed in the hood, we all in the hood belling. Nigga, that shit made a nigga, every year the homie day came up, a nigga felt like he had to go get it in, or nigga wanted to get cracking, or niggas knew they couldn't even come around me and fuck with me around that time if they wasn't trying to act like they was trying to ante up around them years when the homie got killed, homie. So Ghost was very impactful with the feelings of my heart that made me want to stay chucked up, homie. You know, and plus I wear a scar on my leg, you know, a nasty scar on my leg today from getting hit with a K. You know, had a piece of my leg kind of like blew off, patched up, you know, from getting hit with a K, homie. So that shit was very impactful to a motherfucker. And then the next homie, we would say the young homeboy Dewey inside my turf. Dewey family was like Ethiopian and mixed with something else, but they was more into like the bodybuilding type thing. You know, his family was more cultural ties into just, you know, civilian ties. They come up in the community, but they was more civilian ties. And they wasn't really into the banging, but they knew all the homies, Taco them, uh, uh, the homie EK Wack them. You know, they come up with all the best of the homie Bull and them. They come up, his brother Louis, I think Louis, and something else, Louis, the swole one. He come up with a lot of the homies, but they come up. He come up in a bodybuilding thing. You know, going to Venice Beach possibly. Watching them dudes, he take more after a Lou Ferrigno. So he wanted all his brothers to follow the footsteps of Buff and Iron and stuff like that. But Dewey, the little homie, we be surprised at the impact the homies have on somebody, even if they want to come up regular. If you a hell of a homie, or you homies and you steady giving a little homie, a young dude in your hood, every time you see him, you giving them $20, you giving them $15, you making sure he's straight, you doing this for him, homie. Dewey, we was doing that for Dewey, so when Dewey come up, he felt like the way to pay the homies back for making sure he went to school, he did all that, is to join the turf, homie. So when he come on and join the turf, a lot of, dudes that been around, they didn't really approve of Dewey pushing the turf. They wanted them to more follow the bodybuilding thing, follow your family cultural thing and stuff like that. But Dewey come out here with us, homie, come up off the porch with the young homies of that generation of the 700, and he get to doing his thing. And at that time, we drinking Night Train and stuff like that. So I remember Dewey, homie, you know what I'm saying, yellow skin, homie, kind of had like a bow-legged walk to him, like Ethiopian kind of looking, or mixed to some of that ethnicity. But I remember him, once he started getting going, I had seen him and the young homies one day. This still in the 90s, so I'm belling through the turf. I see the young homies, they pull up on me, banged out. Dewey got a Night Train in a 38. He like, man, I'm out here trying to get cracking, big homie. I'm out here with it. And when I seen him in the car with the homies, I'm like, man, take Dewey home, homie. Get him up out of here. And a lot of homies told him that. But Dewey still pushed it. And then one day, homie, the homie Dewey was riding a bike in the turf, homie, I think. Riding a bike in the turf. And at them times, like I said, in them 90s, it's on and cracking. And Dewey wound up riding a bike through the hood, wound up getting blocked off by a car and gunned down in the set, homie, on Inglewood Ave, I think. And by us knowing his family, knowing his brothers, knowing really what route Dewey was supposed to go, man, that shit struck niggas like my era and big homies like over me. That struck them to a chord, homie. And a lot of homies that really raised, like really knew Dewey, other brothers and them, that shit really affected them because they knew Dewey and their family more and stuff like that, dog. So that was an impactful one, homie. And those be the deaths that be impactful when homies, like when we know they families and stuff. You know what I'm saying, homie? When we know they families, because the look of they families be, for one, like, how did some of y'all let him come out here? And then the look of the pain of them make some of the homies want to go out and cause pains, homie, in our senseless mind states, homie. And that's another reason why, dog, pardon my French, a motherfucker like don't want to live that life, dog, because that shit was senseless, homie. Because it's a lot of parents, homie, that probably got blood on their hands because they said some shit that another crowd of motherfuckers reacted on that impacted some more stuff, homie. So, we just wanted to share that topic, dog, on close deaths that impacted us, homie. In our careers, homie. That's just two of them. BJ, you still there with us?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right, loved one. Yeah, man, in this lifestyle, homie, yeah, man, and with Dewey, man, I'm gonna try to get some pictures and post Dewey, but yeah, everybody know Dewey, homie. Young 500, 700, homie. Good homie, dog. Really kind of, to keep it authentic, he probably was like a culture of like how Nipsey Hussle is, homie. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That he sent, homie, on everything. Uh, Hoover Street. Shout out to the NHPs and G Half. Keep kicking your shit all the time, homie. One love. Tap the like buttons. Good looking out. Uh, James, good looking out, homie. Uh, appreciate the comment on the shirt, homie. Who else up in here, man? Shout out to everybody else up in here. Deuce times. I remember being on Eucalyptus when Ghost died. On everything. Lonnie Ellis, one love, man, to Florida. Yeah, Big Dulo, the G homie, that was an impactful one. Uh, Raymond Houston, what's up with you, loved one? Sus, what's up with you, big sus? BJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, so yeah, I was just, doing the intermission saying, man, sometime the parents of some of the homies that passed, they felt like they didn't wore blood on their hands sometime because sometime they expressions and they emotions then jarred homies to going on a limb, homie, for this senseless stuff that we thought was everything, homie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
And,
man.
a lot of times, man, the reason it affects people so much is because I noticed that parents, when their kids are born, they look at them as innocent little babies and how cute, cuddly they are. Nobody expects them to get in trouble. So when we started running the streets, none of us know how serious the streets are until we get deeper into them. So when we out there playing and shoot 'em up, bang, 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 we thinking just play until somebody get hurt. And like I said, when then certain homies got killed, it impacted me so much because you gotta understand, like you said, when you hang with somebody every day, like for instance, the homie Psycho Mouse, his daddy brought him to the hood and asked us to watch over his kids while he do his time. I took it personal because when I was a kid, his daddy used to sit out on the block and watch us ride bikes and stuff. Even though he was a gang member, he sat out there and took his time and watched over us and made sure nobody messed over us. So when his son got killed, when I was with him 95 years ago, it hurted me the most because I felt like I was letting my big homie down and felt to be around his family. You feel me?
On the real.
One of the reasons it had a big impact on me. I'm the same thing with the little homie I was in the cell with. In them 2 years, I had a chance to teach that dude a lot about how to program, how to take care of himself. And the dude really had his head on right and wanted to go home and change, but he had a feeling that he was going to get killed. And when it happened, it was like it was his destiny for it to happen. But to me, it hurted so much because I had invested so much time.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It was like I invested time with my own kid and was praying and hoping that success was at the end of the road for him. So when he got killed, it felt like my own kid got killed and I wasn't there to, see him get put in the ground or nothing. So people have to understand these are very impactful. And the reason I wanted to talk about it was because it's a lot of dudes out there gangbanging now that's out there having kids. I want y'all to just get off the show tonight. Go in your kids' room while your kids in that little bed tucked in and look at them. Because the same thing we doing, the skeletons we got in our closet. That little baby laying in that bed got some skeletons already and you just don't know it. So every night you go in there and teach your kids tonight, go in there and really put it down and pray for them and be there for them so you don't have to be the one taking that Solomon mortuary dressing your kid up either, you feel me?
On the real, BJ, for real, homie, and yeah, cause it ain't too young, homie. You gotta think, dog. You know, we a trip when we hear about little things on the news like, oh damn, that kid killed that kid. They was only 14 or 15. And homie, but we gotta think, homie, when we was 12, 11, 12, 13, we was carrying pistols, homie. So like you said, if you got a kid, we got a kid, we got nieces, nephews, and they playing video games, or the little girls want to style hair on their dolls and shit, we need to let them do that for the simple fact the homegirls was out here with us at 10, 11, 12. We was out there with them at 10, 11, 12. So we didn't get that life, homie. So when we do see them with that peaceful life, motherfuckers might as well let them enjoy it, homie, because we lost a lot of that peaceful life. And that's kind of why a lot of us is bitter. You know, we happy, bitter motherfuckers, I should say, homie. A lot of us is, you know, happy, bitter people. We happy, we here, we pushing. But our lifestyle and our culture put us at bitter moments at certain times, homie. And yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. We wanted to bring that to y'all. 89 on up with On the Edge with BJ APB. BJ, anything else you want to say before we close out real quick, loved one?
Yes, you know, just take care of your kids, man. You know, no matter how you have them, whether you claim to buy hood or whatever, your kids take care of it, man, because in the end, it's going to cost you more when you have to stand over your kid and do your kid's hair. Your kid already dead. You got to braid your kid's hair or put some rollers in your kid's hair and fix your kid up to see him one last time before you send them off. So just think about that.
And BJ.
We love y'all all and
yeah.
for each and every one of y'all.
And BJ, you know what struck me real quick? You said even though you might not catch it, but you might catch it, is when you was like put the rollers in your hair. Like, remember back in the days, you had homies with perms and shit, and they went out stylish with perms, and they families was in there making sure they still had Shirley Temples and flies. You know, it went off with Shirley Temples and flies and Jerry curls still fresh and done, homie. And that's some crazy shit, homie, you know. And we was young being traumatized by that shit, going to different Damu funerals, seeing homies G'd up in a casket, pager still on. You know what I'm saying, nigga, like I'm going all the way up to heaven with this beeper on. You know, homies like blood his, because niggas didn't have cell phones like that. Let them take a beeper, homie. You know, we putting all kind of shit in the caskets and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit way out, homie. On everything, man. Shout out to everybody that be rocking with us, homie. We out, dog. Much love, homie. We be back tomorrow.